Darlinstone Dubar's performance against Texas had the same feeling as like unlocking a new character in a video game. Jawing with the crowd, his explosive putback dunk, and then calling his own shots. It's a side we've not seen until Game 16. Let's get to know D-Stone. I'm Paige Dower. This is the Field Pass on Full Disclosure. It's always a surprising discovery when you learn that the player who plays with so much force and confidence on the court is actually a shy person in real life, or at least around the media. And that's especially true with Darlinstone Dubar. He's a relatively shy person, but after that Texas game where he played with so much confidence, maybe that's the side his teammates have been seeing all along, and maybe a side the media will start to see. I had a chance to talk to him earlier in the preseason, and one of the things I learned was that his name Darlinstone actually comes from his dad's late best friend. And when I was getting to know kind of who his dad's friend was and what he meant to his dad, some of those characteristics that Darlinstone described to me are some of the characteristics that he has.
I try to be there for people all the time. Um, I'm a good guy. I'm just nice.
Quality that he no doubt adds to the team, and probably what has helped lead to this instant family-like brotherhood type bond with the team. So much so that this instant connection that this team has had with 8 newcomers and 6 returning players have been able to forge instantly. D-Stone describes it as an unbelievable experience.
Great group of guys. I love my teammates. Whenever I'm down, they're there to make me laugh, or we just like to play around with each other, just have fun and just joke around. But it's been an unbelievable experience, and I just been having a lot of fun.
Now, one could assume that the fun starts to slow down once the practices begin, and certainly comes to a screeching halt when Rick Barnes isn't getting the results he wants out of practice. Take, for example, the practice following that Florida loss. Now, not every collegiate basketball player wants to be pushed to the limits day in and day out, but every Tennessee basketball player does. Rick Barnes' ability to push his players to their limits while maintaining and building this family-like atmosphere is certainly part of what makes him a Hall of Fame coach, and it's a side D-Stone loves about his head coach.
It just turns me on.
Yeah.
It just makes me want to go harder. Just whenever he just yelling at me or getting on me, it just makes me like, oh yeah, I'm a show him. But he just wants the best for me, so.
Now, in the midst of missing several games due to personal matters and then being in concussion protocol, his opportunities to get on the court were seldom in the beginning of the season. But how he was able to keep the confidence was, he would say that he continued to remind himself to stay positive. He continued to remind himself that he's built for this. Well, he finally got that opportunity against Illinois.
Just being on the bench watching the game, it was fun. The crowd was loud. I just couldn't wait to get out there. As soon as I heard my name, I was excited, ran to the scores table, and I already knew it was game on.
In that game, he played 17 minutes, had 5 rebounds, 5 points, and it was in that performance that led to another opportunity where he got big minutes, and it came against Western Carolina, where he tacked on 13 points. But it was his instincts and defensive effort that shined the most to Rick Barnes.
He's got a good feel. He obviously can shoot the ball. We all know that, but I thought he really tried really hard defensively. I thought he was really locked in there. That's the big thing we've been talking to him about trying to be more consistent on that end.
Then he'd have a stretch of about 3 games where there were no points accounted for. Until Texas, when Tennessee was desperate for a bounce-back win, D-Stone delivered. One explosive play after another, one explosive defensive effort after another. It led to D-Stone showing emotion that we've not seen, shushing the crowd, jawing with fans. He was on a different level in Austin, so much so that he was calling his shots late in the game.
I told myself as soon as he give it to me, I'm gonna go take the lead. So.
Now, what D-Stone does on defense continues to be the difference maker for this team, and it's what will lead him to having more playing time.
I feel like he bringing some type of more toughness to us that, he might get some tough buckets inside. He hit some big time threes tonight, but it just makes us that much more. And we know what he's capable of, and I'm just glad that he went out there tonight and did his thing.
And maybe this version of D-Stone is something we should have seen come all along, and it's certainly something the team was expecting to see sooner than later, especially with the way that he started his time in the orange and white, specifically on day 2 with the team.
And then the second day he came in, he was like, man, I'm guarding you. He was just talking trash to me the whole time. He was trying to bump me around. We was just trying to go back and forth. But, you know, him just having that energy. I knew from day one, just me and him, even on his visit, that he was gonna bring that type of vibe and that type of energy.
And what keeps that energy for D-Stone is keeping the main thing the main thing.
You just got to go out there, just enjoy the game because it's not going to last forever, and just give it your all and just be happy and have fun.
We'll see if he gets the chance Wednesday night against the Georgia Bulldogs and how he'll be able to continue this season and where he will progress the most. I have a pregame report on Tennessee and the Georgia Bulldogs back on the homepage, and then a pregame report for the Lady Vols as they get ready for their next game against Mississippi State on Thursday. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on anything. I'll talk to you guys later tonight with a postgame from the Georgia Bulldogs Tennessee game.